Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are discussing the topic that is city creation. One of the person told that basically this was the trigger, basically, this thing, basically. This basically we discussed. Na? That is the trigger of time machine, basically, you can say. That after certain days, basically, if that particular incident, basically, which we are talking, that is not going to happen, then this tsunami is going to impact to entire country, basically. Going to give negative impact to the entire country, basically. So this is basically we have almost discussed basically, and this is who is basically doing that. That also we have discussed. Which groups basically are doing that also we have discussed. So this is the way basically they have selected, and this tsunami is going to impact to 215 countries basically you can say, because each and every tsunami basically impact to 215 countries basically, and that basically we have already discussed. Microsoft Words basically. Microsoft Word basically contains 37 words. Sorry, Microsoft told that basically we got around 37 to 38 words from the Oxford University. So Oxford University told that basically we have given them this many words basically, not to create basically. Create basically that's very difficult for software company basically. They might have created also basically, that I don't know. This is basically the software company basically have got the words basically. You can use these words and you can create the utilities, or basically you can create the human needs basically. Or basically might be possible that they might get given the creation to create the words basically. That is also possible, because anything is possible nowadays. Anything basically is possible nowadays. Anything is possible nowadays. So this is about Microsoft. Accenture also same basically. That is the Oxford group basically who gives the word basically. They basically have the words that you can use these words and you can create the whatever human needs you want to create. So that basically depends upon the group basically who creates basically, who actually creates. So Accenture group says that basically we have got this many words to create, sorry, to not to create basically, this word is already created, that is the cities basically. Just we are basically doing the human needs creation basically. So city basically has created equal to words basically, and some company basically gets the opportunity to create the word also basically. That is the creation of city basically, that we have already discussed. That we have already discussed that which is that software company basically who gets the creation of word creation. But that very rare company basically gets. Even Microsoft also basically gets in very rare condition. That also, the group basically who know that basically text box is equal to 1,000 cities, but that also basically in detail basically. That are 4 crore basically words are there. How basically that get processed in the text box, and text box is created from the 1,000 cities. How this 4 crore word basically process in the that 1,000 cities, and from the 1,000 city basically how basically that get processed to the 22 blood groups basically. If this type of information basically any of the software companies having, then they basically gets the opportunity to create the city basically. But that very rare basically happens. Reason, The big companies, basically very rare company knows that basically the text box is equal to created from 1,000 cities basically. Then you can just understand basically how basically it's difficult to create the city also basically. To understand this text box equal to 1,000 cities, that also basically many rare companies know basically. In Accenture also basically companies basically might be knowing basically, but many rare people basically. Accenture basically knows that basically that 1,000 cities equal to text box. So 1,000 cities, on the basis of this 1,000 city power supply and the energy supply, the text box is basically getting displayed basically, and the Microsoft is paying the subscription amount basically. Same way Cognizant also basically might be knowing. Infosys also 100% might be knowing. Sorry, 98% basically might be knowing. So Infosys 100% basically might be knowing. Oh, not 100, 99%. So Infosys also basically might be got the award. TCS 100%, 98% basically might be knowing, because this is the number one company in the in world basically, I think. Number one software company in the world basically. So just see basically the top 10 biggest company basically. Top 10. Number one is Microsoft, and number one in India, that is TCS. So TCS company 100% knows that basically they have got these words, and text box is equal to created from 1,000 cities basically. That's why they are number one company basically. That's why they are number one company, and these all are the tops of companies basically, who says that basically text box equal to 1,000 cities, and we can do the process of new city creation also basically. In this basically the company like who are basically into the computer creation and the big software creation basically, that company can basically, this company I think can do, and that basically depend upon the company's infrastructure also. This company basically like TCS, they have their own Tata powerhouse, they have their own power supply data basically. That basically 100% this group basically all are basically connected with set of energy companies basically, but this group have their own data basically. So like this basically, this is about the software companies basically, richest software basically in the software in the world. Apple is the richest tech company basically, with this many dollar. TCS rank basically, that also we have. So richest company in India, that is Reliance Industry basically. Many people say that basically Reliance company also have their own software companies, but then because the company basically who is having their own nuclear plant, sorry, own power companies and own energy company, they 100% have their software company, and they do the experiment in that software companies only. So software energy basically are experimented in that software companies basically. So like this basically also things basically. So see basically Accenture, Microsoft, Infosys, TCS, SAP, IBM, Cognizant, these all are basically the software companies which are basically 100% having the information of the words basically. So this company basically creates the words basically. So in next video basically we are going to say a little more about this.